Welcome back to Magoo's Reviews. All right, y'all. So I went back and listened to J. Cole's Fall Off once again, and I was on some thinking, where will it rank and where does it rank currently against other great hip hop double disc albums? But before we get into the video, we just passed 1,000 subscribers, so we're on the road to 10,000. We're gonna hit 100,000 after that, and then we're gonna be at a million. We're gonna claim it, and it will happen. So all right, y'all. J. Cole's The Fall Off. Like I said, I did my initial review on it already, so definitely go check that one out. And like I said, man, when I listened to the album, I thought it was a 7.5 out of 10. That was my first grade after listening to it. I thought it was a solid album. And like I said before, if you're going to go out strong, go out with a bang, right? Now, when he announced the double disc, I was like, all right, cool. But after listening to the album, I was like, you know what, maybe it should have been a single disc, kind of, take out some songs I felt were filler. You know what I mean? Kind of shorten it. You know what I'm saying? It have to be 24 tracks. So you could have taken some down. Because I said, even though it's a solid album, I don't think it was strong enough to retire on. That's my personal opinion. Because I felt like 2014 Forest Hills Drives had more of an impact. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we all know the fall off. There was a build up to it. But I felt like that build up, it wasn't as strong as like his recent projects, especially 2014 Forest Hills Drives. And I go back and forth. Do I like Off Season and Born Center a little bit more? But that's just my personal opinion. But I was doing some thinking. Since it is a double disc album, where does it rank against other great hip hop double disc projects, right? All right, we're going to start right off the bat. All Eyes on Me. This is unfair. Oh, this is unfair. Look, All Eyes on Me is a classic, bro. It's a classic. And here's another thing about All Eyes on Me. It had immediate impact when it dropped. It had immediate impact when it dropped. It was Tupac's first album on Death Row. You know what I'm saying? So you got the Death Row chain on the cover and everything like that. And this is back in the days before streaming and everything. People had to go out and buy videotapes, CDs and cassettes. You know what I'm saying? People flying there to get that out, man. It was big. Tupac was on top of the world. You know what I'm saying? And of course, it being a double disc album, he had, the Death Row producers in there. Of course, Dr. Dre, Daz Dillinger and all that. Just hit after hit after hit, bro. When you got Ambitions of a Rider, California Love, you know what I'm saying? How do you want it? Just hits after hits. So yeah, and I think Tupac, man, he added his own flavor, man. Tupac has immense energy. I felt like there was only a few rappers on this earth that had energy like Tupac, DMX being one of them. But yeah, Tupac's All Eyes on Me is a classic. Now, again, like I said, J. Cole's The Fall Off, my personal opinion. It is a double disc, and it definitely fits, his mold and his style and everything like that. But yeah, man, Tupac's All Eyes on Me, like I said, that's definitely a classic. It's revered. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, yeah, where will J. Cole's Fall Off? Where will it be in time? Because I do think The Fall Off is a solid project, but I think there are, it doesn't have those kind of hits, you know what I'm saying? Like those radio hits like Tupac's Ambitions of a Rider does. Or here's another one, Biggie's Life After Death. Now, people saying, hey, this may be unfair, but hey, look, these are double disc hip hop projects. You know what I'm saying? They are classics, you know what I'm saying? But again, they had immediate impact. Now, Life After Death is considered a posthumous project because Biggie was, murdered. So he didn't really get to do like press for that album and stuff like that. I don't think, to even, go out there on tour and I'm like, yeah, he was gone by then. You know what I'm saying? So again, another project, another fantastic project, man. Life After Death is, man, I go back and forth. Do I like Life After Death more than Ready to Die? That's how much I love that album. You know what I'm saying? On top of that, again, another one that's really, at the end of the day, fantastic. I'm just hit after hit after hit, man. Just timeless, hits that we know and love in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Biggie just being Biggie, his immense flow and everything. Just immaculate. You know what I'm saying? Another one, Wu-Tang Forever. Wu-Tang Forever. Now, Outkast are my favorite hip hop, artists of all time, but Wu-Tang 36 Chambers is my favorite hip hop album of all time. But at the same time, as great as Wu-Tang Forever is, I still think 36 Chambers is a little better, but at the same time, it's a double disc project. And that came out in 97, and between there, you know what I'm saying, you had Liquid Swords by GZA, you had Old Dirty Bastard, you had Raekwon, Ghostface. So between 36 Chambers and Wu-Tang Forever, Wu-Tang was dropping their solo projects to the build-up of Wu-Tang Forever, and it was a double disc project. And of course, you got hits on there. Again, like I said, Triumph and everything like that. Really great album. Really great album. But again, I think like that, like as far as J. Cole's The Fall Off, like right now, I think it's a solid project. His fan base is real strong fans. They really do love it and stuff like that. But it's going to be interesting to see where it's going to be revered to amongst these three so far. Here's another one. Outkast, Speakerboxxx, and The Love Below. Now, again, Outkast and Wu-Tang are groups, but at the same time, it is double disc project. But one thing I think the beauty of Speakerboxxx and The Love Below is we're getting Andre and Big Boi, and we all know how Andre and Big Boi are. They're the same, but they're different at the same time. So you get those two contrasting styles on two different projects, you know what I'm saying? And they are different, but similar at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like Speakerboxxx from Ghetto Music, The Way You Move, Church and stuff like that. And you go to 3000 with Hey Ya and Prototype Roses and all them kind of stuff. Like, fantastic double disc. Like in my personal opinion, like that's a great double disc because of how Outkast themselves are as a group. So for them to do a double disc project, that absolutely makes sense. Look, I'm looking off the list. Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Around the Big Steppers. Like I said, that was Kendrick's first album after what 5-year hiatus and stuff like that. He came back and it was different because the energy, like I guess people wasn't expecting that, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it was really concise how he did it. It was like the narrative, like the play and everything like that. Really great album in my personal opinion. Like I said, I know when it first came out, people kind of like, oh no, it's kind of like a therapy session for Kendrick. But if we didn't have that album, I don't think we would have got GNX or anything like that because it felt like he needed to drop that project. You know what I'm saying? So going back to it, man, there was just like a couple examples of like and there's, other ones, UGK, Underground Kings, Bone Thugs, Art of War, you know what I'm saying? Sort of other double disc projects. But like I say, since J. Cole is revered, as my personal opinion, one of the greatest hip hop, artists of all time, it's going to be interesting to see where the fall off does rank amongst those other hip hop projects. But I just wanted to come here and talk to you guys about it. I was just shooting off the hip because I was thinking about it after listening to the album, get like, man, where will it rank? With those other ones, man. I ain't gonna front, man. I love J. Cole, but it ain't being Tupac and Biggie. It ain't being Whole Lives on Me Life After Death. Now, look, music is subjective. You can have your own opinion. My personal opinion, I don't know about that. Even Speakerbox and The Love Below. It's like, bro, I don't know, but like, this is gonna be hard to touch those. You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z's The Blueprint too. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot. Nas, Street Disciples. Yes, so there's a bunch of different. The legends that we know and love drop. Double disc projects and stuff like that. So yeah, man. We're going to see. We're going to see as far as where the fall does drop. Again, like I said, I think it's a solid project. As far as the double disc, yeah, that's why I came here and did this video because, it is a double disc and everything like that. But again, like I said, yeah, I would have ranked it maybe just take a couple songs out, but overall, still a solid project. Like I said, we're going to see where it goes at the end of the day. Anyway, let's come here. I'm shooting off the hip and want to come talk to you guys about it. Hope everybody has a blessed day. I'll see y'all soon. Have a good one. Oh, again, put in the comment section, which one do y'all like? What's your favorite hip-hop double disc album and where J. Cole's album will rank? Also, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all soon.